What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry it has been a minute. Like I posted in my last video, I ended up getting extremely sick. So it's been a minute. We've just kind of been struggling over here, punching some stuff out and taking some cold medicine. But anyway, wanting to make a video today, just show y'all what we got going on in the shop as of lately. And then later, I think me and Bryson are going to run out to Knoxville, and I dropped my Bogarts off at my buddy Cody's shop. He ordered me a set of Mickey Thompson drag radials, and he's got them all mounted up and everything. We're going to run out there and grab them. But just real quick, I'm going to show you what we got going on in the shop, and we'll just see where the day takes us. But let's get it. So a lot of y'all have probably noticed this fine unit in the background of all the videos. This is our last customer truck from where we were in business, and we are finishing it up as of right now. We put an engine in this truck, but we're wrapping it up now, and we'll go from there. We got it running yesterday, so as soon as we get that all wrapped up here, we're going to move on, and then on to my job here. I have a DT 466 that I had put a rear main seal in it probably about 6 months ago, and it ended up leaking, so we ended up pulling trans back out of it, and found that the crank was walking. So you could pry the crank probably about 1/4 of an inch forward and backwards. So what was happening was it was walking backwards, grabbing the rear main seal, and when he pressed the clutch, it would push it forward until it got past the actual wear sleeve. So I have rolled main bearings in it, and I've got a new rear main seal and everything that we're going to be slapping in her, and then we're going to get the trans stacked back in it. But yeah, so this is what I've been steadily working on here. Disaster around here. We made a little bit more progress on the white truck here. I got my plate all mounted up on the firewall here to block that off, and then I started casually messing with our universal dipstick, trans dipstick here. This is from Suncoast. It's a flexible locking dipstick. It's just one of those things that when you are racing, it's one thing that they prefer you to have. So we just went ahead and picked one of those up. My buddy Logan at Epling Motorsports picked that up for me while he was down in Florida. I'm not sure where I'm going to mount it just yet. I think we're going to go somewhere over on that plate, and then I'll probably work my nitrous off that plate as well. I think we'll probably mount both solenoids on that plate. But Randy said that he's getting casually closer to finishing up the engine. So I'm pretty excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and get them tires, get everything bolted up as far as the front end goes. That way we can set ride height and everything, get traction bars mounted up. I really think that's about as far as we've really got. We've been just hanging out at the house, not doing so well. But yeah, I think that's all we've got as far as right now. So we'll just see where the day leads us here. I'm going to continue on my DT 466 over here and get the rear main seal pressed in and everything. But yeah, that's it. But beginning of this video, I want to say thank you so much for 500 subscribers. We finally hit that. I know that's not a crazy huge milestone, but I think it's awesome, and I think you guys are awesome. Thank you all so very much, and let's continue with the day. Bye. All right, so I got my rear main seal pressed in my DT466 over here. Threw the oil pan back on it and everything, so now I'm just waiting on a input shaft tool, and I can get the clutch and everything put back in it. But we are switching focus over here, and I have got my steering all hooked up here on the white truck. So this is all just factory stuff. I didn't go splurge and get the kryptonite stuff for this truck because I did not know if any of it was going to clear anything, because on the black truck it comes pretty close to hitting some stuff, so I didn't know how our clearances were going to be on the OBS here. So we just went with factory stuff for now. It'll do us good for a long time. But we've got it all mounted up here, and got it about as close as we're gonna get it. And we are pretty much ready to go get wheels and tires. And once we get them set on the truck and everything, I'm going to get my traction bars mounted up and everything, because we'll be at pretty much ride height. So that's the way that I like to set them. I'll set them up on the rear, make sure the truck's where I want it to sit perfectly, front and back, and then I'll just drill my holes one time. But that's really about it. So we're probably gonna jump in the truck and head to Knoxville and go get my wheels and tires, and then we can move on to traction bars. So let's do it. All right, guys, I am sorry I didn't do much filming after we headed out yesterday, so it is the next day today. Ran up to Cody at Smoky Mountain, and he hooked me up with probably the last 4 Mickey Thompson ET Streets that we could find on any website. So we snatched them up real quick, got them mounted up and balanced on the Bogarts and everything. So I'm just going to throw y'all up, and I'm going to get them mounted on the truck. I'm super stoked. They look really awesome. But big shout out to him. He just bought a brand new tire mounting machine, balancer, really nice alignment rack and everything. So we've been for the past probably 4 or 5 years been using Two Brothers out in Cleveland, Tennessee. And it's probably an hour and 45-minute track one way for us to go down there for getting, tires mounted and balanced and everything like that. It's really the only place that was around at the time that did that stuff. But Cody ended up pulling the trigger on all that stuff. He is in the greater Knoxville area. So if y'all need anything as far as that goes, definitely go hit him up. Good buddy of mine. But he's doing alignments, mounting up. I think he said doing 26-inch wheels, up to a 14 or 16 wide, and up to a 44-inch tire. So he should be able to compete pretty good with Two Brothers. So he'll probably be the only place really local that's going to be doing that stuff. So make sure that if you're in the area around us, Knoxville, Pigeon Forge, just our East Tennessee area, make sure you go hit him up, tell him I sent you up there. But yeah, he got him mounted and balanced late last night. I didn't do any filming. I just wanted to kind of hang out, spend a little bit of time with him and everybody. But let's throw these things on the truck and see how she turns out. I'm pretty excited. I just dug in the damn bolt bin over there because I'm stupid and didn't order any lug nuts. So kind of hard to mount some wheels and tires without lug nuts. So I found about 4 per wheel. So we're going to get it up and get the truck off the jack stands and back on its own weight. So I'm going to flip you around and show you now. So here they are. I've thrown one on the truck. But these are a 305/40 R18. They come out to pretty much like a 28-inch tall tire, and they're 12 wide. I think they're 12 or 1250 wide, and the wheels are 11 wide. So I think they turned out perfect. I think the height is perfect. I was kind of worried that they were going to be too small, but I am just over the moon. I think they come out just absolutely killer. Cody's got everything to do it to where he doesn't scratch your wheels and everything. That's not a scratch. That's just the lubies. to mount the wheel. So don't think that's a scratch. But yeah, so we're gonna get them thrown up here. I'm super excited. He's giving me hell because we did balance these. These are not gonna be a strictly race setup. I still want to be able to take my old lady out to eat, or, you know, go cruise or whatever it may be, run streetcar class or whatever we want to do with the truck. I don't want to be limited to a tire that doesn't perform very well on the road. It won't be driven in the rain, period, so I wasn't worried about that. But we did end up balancing them, and man, I'm just over the moon. I think they come out just absolutely amazing. I'm super excited about it. I did mount the one on the truck when I got home last night. It was pretty late, but like I said, I kind of figured that when we mounted the wheel up, that's why it looks so goofy. They don't stick out that bad, and I'm actually really happy with how far they do stick out. I think it just looks so good. Yeah, it just looks tough. But yeah, so I'm gonna get all 4 of these mounted up, and we're gonna get the truck back on the ground under its own weight. And from that point, I'm probably gonna go ahead and start mocking up traction bars, and then we are pretty much ready for engine to go in and everything, and that's gonna be our next waiting game. Like I said in the other video, Randy's about, I may have said it in this video, I don't remember. Randy's about 2 months out on the engine is what he told me. So whether we get it back or not, you know, we'll just have to see. But once we get it back, at that point, we are pretty much on the downslope of finishing this thing up. So all we got left is a couple decent sized engine parts. Yeah, we'll go over those at another time. But we'll get the engine set back in it, and then we're pretty much game on. We've got injectors, turbo. I just need my T4 kit. We've got some pretty cool pulleys being made up at the machine shop in Knoxville. We'll make another video on that. And dual pumps, and we'll pretty much be game on, baby. But let's get this thing thrown up on the tripod, and we're going to go ahead and get the truck back on there its own weight. So let's do it. Okay, so I've been sitting here trying to figure out which way they go rotation-wise, and clearly I'm blind because it's right here. So they do, I was thinking that maybe these were the tread blocks were supposed to go this direction, but they do not. They go just like we had them. So they do face that direction. So let's get after it. pretty low there, peeps. I'm pretty stoked about that. I was really worried it was going to sit up way too tall. I actually think that it's lower than what it was before the axle swap, which is just awesome. I don't even have words for it. I was worried to death this thing was going to be too tall. Woo, baby! I mean, yeah, it's yes, sir. Yes. That's a win right there, people. Win right there. Let's get you up here. Show you what's happening here. All right. So this is just about chest height. Walking in, you will be able to see everything. That's the way I like it. Whew. Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I can't stress that enough how badass that is. I cannot be more stoked than I am right now. Oh, I mean, I'm like, well, let's see if I can. You stressed on it? People, that's a win right there in this book. So now we got to think that we're going to go down probably another, man, I don't know. We might go down probably another inch or so by the time we get a half-filled 7.3 put back in it. So that's going to be quite a bit of weight that goes back in the front end here. So I say we'll probably go down another inch or so in the front, which, hey, I ain't complaining. I'm pretty happy right now. I mean, she is low and I am happy. Oof, let me tell you. Forelink is pretty close to the ground, but hey, that's okay. It looks tough. I'm telling you. The more I continue on my white truck here, the more distant I get on my black truck over. I just love working on this thing so much. Just something about it. It's definitely my baby. But let's move on to the back and see what she's going to sit at final height here, and then we're ready for traction bars. by the time that engine gets put in there, it's going to be way too tall in the rear. Okay, no big deal, not too big a deal. So I reckon what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get the wheels and tires pulled back off of it, and we're going to get rid of one of these leaf springs. Got new center pins sitting over here. Just I guess I better measure that. I can't tell. Yeah, I can't tell. Probably get a tape measure and measure right now and see what we're looking at as far as height goes. So give me just a minute. We'll be right back. All right, so we are like a whole inch higher in the rear. We're at 36 in the front and a little over 37 in the rear, and we have no engine in the front. So what I'm gonna do now is probably go ahead and I'm going to pull the lower overload spring out and put the leaf pack back together and see what that puts us at. And more than likely from that point, we're going to be ordering some drop shackles, because it looks like it's probably not going to go as low as I want it to go in the rear. We'll just have to play with it and kind of look after we get that first part done. But gonna wear my OBS shirt today, make sure that I'm representing here. Got the old school on the back. Shout out to Jeremiah's wife. She has a little t-shirt shop that she does all our shirts and stuff like that for us. So he got this for my birthday, so I'm make sure to wear it every time I work on the old school here. But I'll put her thing up here, and if y'all want like a cool old school t-shirt like this, I'll put her information down there, and you can hit her up and maybe get you a t-shirt and everything like that. We're hopefully by the time the channel grows and everything like that, we're gonna let her do all the t-shirts and everything, and do all the shipping and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so got the old school on the back and the Power Stroke logo on the front, baby. But just quick shout out for her, and thanks Jeremiah for my shirt. But yeah, let's start pulling some leaf springs. All right, guys. So I went ahead and yanked the rear lower overload and one extra. It looks like just a little extra add a leaf. Got it all out of there. Probably maybe a little over an inch or so of extra stuff here. Don't mind my wheel scotch here, but that's what I pulled out there. I bought new center pins from a leaf spring store we have in Knoxville. They're basically just threaded all the way down, because usually when you go to find these, they're just like that, and they only have threads at the very top. And it's a pretty hard bolt, so it's really hard to get a tap to go down it. So it's really not worth the hassle. Just find you a leaf spring store, go get you some new center pins. But I had those, so we yanked these out, went ahead and got our center pins cut and everything, and got the truck back on its own weight. So here is where we're sitting as of right now. It pretty much dropped roughly maybe a little over half an inch in the rear. So now I'm just trying to decide if I want to go lower in the rear or not. As of right this second, it's kind of more an optical illusion, I think. But as of right this second, it is sitting 37 exact in the front and a fuzz over 36 in the rear. So I may leave it alone right there. I'm not too positive yet. I'm not big on any type of rake downwards. I just don't like it. But I also don't like the truck to squat. But so we'll see. I'd say more than likely I'm gonna order drop shackles for it, because I am worried that by the time we get the weight of the engine in the truck, it's gonna go down probably another inch, which would put it just a little bit lower in the front, which isn't a big deal. But I think that's probably where I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. There's not really much more that I can do. Just give you a quick walk around here. they really don't stick out that bad. Don't know why when they were just the wheel, it looked like it was going to be the dumbest looking truck I've ever seen in my life. But now I think we are good to go. I think it looks tough. I'm really, really happy with it. Yeah. So we'll get our engine set in her, and we'll go from there. But it's under its own weight, and my next video, I think I'm going to save it for a whole separate video. We're going to do traction bars on the truck. We've got them sitting here behind me, and I'm just going to make a whole separate video on that, where we get them from. Holes are already drilled on this truck because they were on it. But I think with the axle swap and us going lower, I think it may move it forward just a little bit, and we might be re-drilling holes. So I'm going to make a separate video on that. But yeah, so I just wanted to make an update. I know that I haven't posted anything in a minute. We still got a decent amount of shock travel. I don't know if we will by the time we move over to drop shackles. If we go that route, we might not have enough shock. We might be welding on some QA1s, but we'll see. So, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Don't really know how to judge this, but we're looking at here. Hang on, I'll go grab a tape measure. And we'll walk over here real quick. Let's see here. Let's see if I can't set y'all up real quick. So we're sitting pretty much directly at 20.5 inches from the floor of the shop to the bottom of the floorboard right there. So right here. So that's how much clearance we got. So 20 whole inches off the ground. I'm gonna take that. That right there is wicked close. Just for shits and giggles, let's see here. 5 inches off the ground. Yeah. Hey, that's all right. I don't think we're gonna be doing any rock crawling with this thing, so I think we'll be a-okay. But yeah, so there we are. The video is just really not going to do it justice. This thing looks like an absolute monster, and I am just absolutely stoked. Hopefully we can get it wrapped up. There's no point in really rushing now, because it is now starting to get cold out here in Tennessee. So truck doesn't get driven in the snow anyway, so we're just going to take the pretty much the remainder of the winter to wrap this thing up completely. And then don't mark my words on this, because I'm not positive, but if anybody's heard of the 7-3 Jamboree, it's a huge event we do in Tennessee, and they haven't done it in a long time. They do it at Beans in Woodbury, and they are discussing potentially doing it this coming year. So we'll have this thing all wrapped up and ready to go, potentially break some horsepower records for 7.3 trucks. We'll see how that goes and everything. I hope to get out here and compete and hurt some feelings this coming year in this truck. But I'm pretty stoked. This thing is just coming together better than I ever thought it would. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish it up there. Like I said at the beginning of the video, thank you all so very much for 500 subscribers. You guys are absolutely awesome. I can't thank you all enough for subscribing, commenting, and everything. And I'm sorry that I've been MIA for a little bit, that this whatever I had really whooped my butt for 12, 13 days. So I apologize if anybody's reached out to me or anything like that. Pretty much just turned my phone off and was resting, so I apologize. But thank you all so much for tuning in again, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.